So here's a good time to take a look, I guess. We've pushed ahead. We've got our canopy cleaned up. And hold on, I'll bring it down so you can take a look and see what's actually going on. Ooh. Let me get you spun around here a bit. There we go. It's a little better. Get this moved over here a little bit. So yeah, we've got it cleaned off. We've got our canopy clean. So it came out pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Nothing really chipped away. We've just given it an initial clean with some Windex. What I'm thinking about doing is, I watched a great video. I think it was the Grumpy Old Modeler baby. And I've seen a few guys do it, tinting the canopy. So I think that's something we might go for. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to tint it with the smoke, which is the Tamiya X. It's an X something, X-18 or something like that. Anyways, so the Tamiya smoke, we'll get that out. And I think what he added was a bit of the clear yellow, which gave it kind of a nice tint. And I think we'll tint the two canopies just to sort of tint them out. But yeah, he's looking pretty good so far. We've got the, move this here out of the way. So we've got markings. The decals were old. They're a bit. I had a little bit of trouble with these two. I think this one I'm going to, I think this one here I'm going to put on the bottom. You can see it's kind of, the black's faded out. So I'm going to put it on the bottom. And this one here is a little bit chunky too. Focus. This one here is a little bit chunky too, I noticed. So might put those on the bottom and use two other new ones here that I still got. I still got one of each. I've got the 100 soaking here in my water. So I think I'm going to flip that one right away, and then we'll see about the stars and bars, whether or not I want to put this one on the bottom or not. But yeah, there's our, what do we got here? We have Cassidy Sweaty. Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel N. Cassidy. So Sweaty, that's the one we got. But yeah, we got this one to lay down pretty good. Had to make a little cut here just to get it to fit into the vent there, but it seemed to lay down pretty good. And we have all of the decals that go on the side, this side, and this top. This one was a bit to rub down, but I think we got it to lay down finally, this one on the tail. So yeah, I think we have all the decals. So that we've got our, here's a look inside our cockpit. Kind of see there. Didn't turn out too bad. Probably one of the best looking ones I think we've done so far. So yeah. I think now, yeah, I think what I'll do now is I'm just going to flip it to the other side, and we'll get the rest of the decals on the other side. We'll swap out this 100, stick it on the bottom, and then I think what we'll do is we'll get a top coat on this with the decals. That'll let us get into some, some more weathering and stuff. But we got our panel line cleaned off, and we got pretty good. We can see the rivets and stuff. And I added a little bit of metal back here, just a little bit of dry brush before we get into putting on our thrusters. So the rest of the day for me is going to be getting the rest of these decals on the other side and on the bottom. And then I'll probably clean up a little bit of this wash down here too. Oop, right down here, I think of it. And then we will definitely get the thrusters. I'm going to push along with these here with our doors and our landing gear. So we're in pretty good shape. I think, yeah, today I think I should be able to get a lot done. So yeah, when we come back, I will definitely have these decals on the other side, and we should be pretty well ready to go. Aha, well, that didn't work out so good. So that decal, yeah, I had the mark fit on it, and it really bonded. I couldn't get it off. I have a matte finish on here, so that's probably why. If I had a high gloss finish, but I don't have any real high gloss finish. All I have is Future, and I didn't want to use that on this. So yeah, I'll have to pick up some high gloss. So yeah, I've sort of scratched a bit of the paint, so we've sanded it down perfectly smooth, and I'm just going to work the paint up back up here in this area right here, And then we'll be ready to put down that other decal and move on to the other side and the top and the bottom. Should be able to blend that back, and it should look like nothing bad happened. Let's get us over here a little bit better. Let's see what it is I'm doing. There we go. And now we'll go. So that was the dark sea gray. That was what we used to get started. Yeah, the dark sea gray F-54, and then this is XF-19, which is the sky gray. We'll just sort of blend this in. I think I'll blend this in a bit around in here too. So we'll just dump a little bit in there. Get to the light stuff. Look at what was in there. There we go. Now we're into the light. Okay. And I just want to come in and bring that back in. Okay, and now I think I got a little bit over here. There's a little bit of streaking around that little sin, but I don't like it, so I'm going to fade it out. I don't mind the stain, I just don't want it so hard of a large watermark right there. Sort of turn that over a bit. Okay. Just going to add some this leading edge here. Bring out that streaking here. Streaks. Get some on the other side. Here. Okay, here we go. This one looks a little better, so Slide under. Yeah, well, that looks better. Got this spun around a bit here. Just make sure we're getting her centered. I'll get you centered. Okay, I just need a Q-tip here. Swab up some of this excess water. And we're gonna just push you up a bit out of that line and keep you parallel with this line right here. I think is what we want. Something like that. That line right there, we want real close. That looks pretty good. Alright. Just gently roll that right out nice and flat. And hopefully we don't have to bugger with her at all. The decals haven't been too bad, so you can see this one's laying out nice and flat. The big one on the tail here was a little bit, kept wanting to sort of have a little bubble in it and a wrinkle, but we got them worked out, I think, pretty good. Just give that a smooth over. There's no panel lines here or anything we got to worry about. So. Alright. Looks like we've repaired that. That was cool. Okay, well, wow. Repair down. That's the first time we've really, you know, attempted anything that significant. That was some pretty bad damage. I was bummed when it first started to happen. I was like, oh no. Oh no. A little piece of tack still stuck over here. Teeniest little piece. There we go. Alright. Okay, let's just let that sit and then we'll do the other side. But we'll take that as a win. Awesome, awesome. That was cool. I was really glad to be able to get that fixed. I think I can push along now. Yeah, that was, I just wanted to share that actually. So just a quick update. I just wanted to quickly just sort of share with you there. So we'll make this an update to part 3 coming up. But I'm pretty happy with the repair. It's the first major like repair or something like that we've had to do. So I thought that worked out rather well. And I thought I would sort of just, yeah, share that before we come back with our part 3. Now we are ready to paint our thrusters, which are up right here. I've just got these ready to go into the paint, and we'll start painting those. And I've got the landing gear prepped up and glued together and stuff, and we've got our HUD unit in and whatnot. So we're moving along pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to the South Florida, North Texas game while I finish off the decals and the landing gear and flaps. And when we come back in quite shortly, we'll have a full reveal ready for you. So yeah, this one's coming along pretty good. And I can't say I think it's about the best build I've done so far. Again, no filler or anything in this one yet. So I know it's not perfect, but it's definitely one that I'm really starting to feel a real close affinity for. I'm really liking this one so far. It's really coming out good. I like the way I've been able to maintain all of the rivets and stuff. It's the first time I've gotten that much rivet detail, I think. So I can compare it to a couple of my other builds. But I think so far it's coming out pretty good. And I like this little bit of metal down here at the back. I think that's going to come in good once we get into some oils and stuff. So until next time, I'm the model student. Just a quick update to show you the repair there. I thought that was cool. Don't lose heart if something like that happens to you. I just thought I'd show you a quick fix. The Display sanding pads really came in handy for this. That was, they were very timely coming in when I got this. I did have a selection of sandpapers, but just to have these kind of, I guess, gave me the confidence, not only confidence, but the product itself, like having the grits, they really worked well. They polished that out. You can't even see on the surface there where that paint got buggered up. So if I come in close, you can see that I did a really good job sanding out that spot. Yeah. So hopefully when we get a clear coat over, we can get rid of some of that flashing there on the decals. We'll just hope for the best. It's an older kit, and I think I only paid $10 I think I paid for this one in a bundle of kits. So I mean, you know, worst comes to worst, it's not a big deal, but I'm really enjoying this build so far. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.